Hey guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Elisa and you're watching the Art Occultist. I am so happy to have you here with me today. Today I am doing another hashtag from our lovely community, and the hashtag is Midway Catch-up 2026. Now I'm filming in a different location because currently my partner is sleeping and I cannot film on my outer space, and for that reason, for the most part, I'm going to be talking through the prompts. And yeah, I haven't written down my answers, so I'm doing this on the spot. And yeah, let's see what happens, what I come up with. And I thought that this hashtag was really fun and engaging, and I wanted to jump in on it. So without further ado, let's start. So the first prompt is, what has been your go-to deck in 2026? Now, for my personal tarot practice, I don't think I have a go-to deck specifically because I have a very strong system in place and every deck has a purpose. So I don't just use my decks willy-nilly whenever I feel like it. I use every deck for its specific purpose. So yeah, I don't think I have a go-to deck for that reason. But yeah, I love all of my decks. All of them have a time and a space to be out, and I engage with them very, very regularly. In terms of my professional practice, I've been reaching a lot for the Aquarian Tarot, the Morgan Greer, and the standard RWS. The plastic version from US Games is my favorite. Those are the three decks that I've been using the most for my client readings this year. So, next one, the most recent deck that you got. 2 days ago, I actually purchased the Wild Unknown Pocket Tarot. I got the deck as a joke. I've been avoiding it for years. For years, I've told myself that it's not a deck for me. And as soon as I opened that little tin box that it comes in, I fell in love. I heard Hecate's voice clearly through the cards, through the line work in that deck, and I fell in love. So immediately I ordered the big size, and I'm currently waiting for it to be delivered to me. Sadly, the pocket version is in the other room, so I'm not able to get it. But yeah, you all know what the Wild Unknown looks like, and this is my latest purchase. I love it. From all of the Kim Kranz's decks, I have the Tarot deck, I have the Alchemy Oracle, which I also really enjoy, and I use for ritual work. I used to have the Pocket edition, this deck. Currently I'm just using the tin, and the cards are in my crafting box supply. So the tarot deck is my number one of all of her decks so far. Number 3, if you could have any deck, what it would be? Any mass market, indie, out of print, any deck. For that prompt, I don't know. I have all of the decks that I want. Maybe there's an indie deck that I truly am curious about, and it's Circle of Doors. But because of the price tag, I haven't purchased it because the deck and the delivery to get to me, it's going to be more than 200 euros, and that's just way too much money for a single deck. So yeah, but Circle of Doors is a indie deck that I've been curious about ever since it came out, and maybe someday, maybe. If not, I'm still fine. Favorite crystal. Most of my crystals are in the other room, so once again I'm just going to speak about some of my favorite crystals and why. Number one, by the way, all of them are favorites and they're not ranked. So selenite. Selenite is one of my all-time favorite crystals. The vibrancy, no, not the vibrancy. The energy, the vibe, the energy of this crystal is very ethereal, very higher consciousness, very crown chakra. It's very good for cleansing, and I love keeping selenite under all my altars to keep them clean and elevated. Another one is clear quartz. It's great for everything. I use it as a battery as a energy battery for my altars. I also have a necklace with clear quartz. So clear quartz, multi-purposed, I love it. Another one is lapis lazuli. It's very sacred to me, and I tie it very strongly with Hecate and with being close to her, her devotee, if you will. I also have a necklace of lapis lazuli, and I want to get a lapis lazuli stone crystal skull made by lapis lazuli. Another one of my favorite crystals is labradorite. Once again, very magical crystal, very potent. I associated with Hecate. I have a few pieces of labradorite, and I also have a necklace. Another one is carnelian. For me, carnelian is very important. It connects me to my vitality, my life force, and that aspect of my spirituality, my creativity, my expression. Hematite is another one of my favorites. It's very grounding, very protective. Every time that I feel too much in my head, I hold a hematite crystal and it brings me down to my body and it grounds me. I think that those are my most favorite crystals. I use moonstone. I have a necklace that I wear every full moon. It's also dedicated to Hecate and a specific aspect of hers. And yeah, those are my favorite crystals. Next one, how many YouTube videos have you created in 2026? I counted before I recorded this video, 96 for this channel, the Art Occultist, and the Liminal Oracle, so 96 videos in total. Some are published and some are scheduled to come in the next few months. Favorite jewelry and why? Like I mentioned, I have a few necklace pieces, crystal necklace pieces that I wear. I like wearing crystals, but for the most part, I don't have a jewelry piece that I wear every single day, with the exception of this braided neck bracelet, this one, the black one. I have a very specific ritual and I create those bracelets for myself. They are for protection, and I imbue them with the intention that I want them to have. This one is for protection. This is the only thing that never comes off. That's always on my hand, and it's my favorite because it protects me, and I made this. So yeah. A special item. A special item. I have a painting. Let me just show it to you. So in terms of special item, I wanted to show this one. This is a hand drawn painting, drawing image. A few years ago, this was when I was living back in Austria. We came home during the summertime and we were out one night, me and my partner, in the city center here in Sofia, and we were hanging around the National Theater, which is right in the center of the city. And we have sometimes those street artists. And there was this older gentleman, he was very old, and he was selling his art. He had a lot of artwork simply placed on the ground and he was drawing. When we approached him, and I immediately fell in love with this piece, and I think we got it for like 10 euros, which is maybe less. He was selling his work so in such a low price that it made me really sad, because he was such a great and talented artist. And we spent maybe 2 hours with him chatting, talking about life, and it filled my heart. And at the same time, it made me incredibly sad, because this person had a very difficult life, and still he was clinging to his creativity, and he was doing the best with what he had, what he could do. And he is an incredible artist. He was very old, so I don't know if he is still alive. I haven't seen him in a couple of years, maybe. So this is one of my favorite artworks in my home for that reason, and it's very special to me. And it reminds me to be creative myself. Okay, so next one. Number 8, what deck has been a hug deck? A deck that brings you comfort. For me, this is the Everyday Witch. Every single time that I'm depressed, I feel low, I am struggling, this deck reminds me of my Magick, of the enchantment and the special essence in the world, in the magic of the world. It brings me immense joy, and it brings me back to my childhood and the moment that I first discovered Wicca, and that witchcraft and magic is a legit spiritual path that I could pursue. So the Everyday Witch Tarot is forever in my heart for that reason. Once again, sadly, it's in the other room, and I really don't want to disturb my partner. So, okay, so next one, do you have a soul deck? Yes, I do. I actually consider a few decks to be my soul deck, to be soul decks of mine. They resonate deeply with my heart, with my being, with my practice, and that's the reason that I consider them to be soul decks. Number 1 is the standard Rider-Waite-Smith tarot. I learned on this deck, and it's the one that I use for my clients. It's the one that it's tarot, like the definition of tarot. When I think tarot, the Rider-Waite-Smith pops into my brain. So the standard plain old Rider-Waite-Smith tarot is a soul deck for me. Then I have the Murder of Crows tarot. I associate it with the liminal aspect of Hecate, and since I got it a few years ago, I think that I've owned it for 4 or 5 years at this point. Ever since I opened the box, it screamed divine feminine, dark divine feminine energy, and I have 2 copies of all of those decks that I'm going to speak about that I consider soul decks of mine, and yeah, I love it. Next, I have the Druidcraft Tarot that I connect with my pagan path and my personal connection to nature and the land that I live on. I know that the Druidcraft depicts the landscape on England, but the landscape that I live here in Bulgaria looks very similar to that. So then we have the Crow's Tarot. The Crow's Tarot is so deck for me because I see the astral realm depicted in that deck and how I travel to the astral, how I experience the astral realms. Yeah, it's a mirror for me and that experience of mine. Then we have the Darkwood Tarot, also mass market. The Darkwood Tarot is how I perceive my magic now. The Everyday Witch Tarot that I spoke a few prompts back about is how I perceived magic when I first started my practice, when I discovered witchcraft, and the Darkwood Tarot embodies how I perceive magic and my path right now. Then we have Tarot of Dragons because I had this strong experience with Hecate and dragons, and she basically showed me my soul as a dragon, that spark, that life force, and she is also the great dragon. Hecate Dracaena is one of her epithets, and I have this strong connection to dragon energy since then. Okay, so I don't think that I'm missing anything out, but yeah, let's move forward. Number 10, other divinational tools that you use. I don't use any other divination tools. At this point, I am focused on my tarot and oracle card practice. I have pendulums, but I don't use them. Maybe once or twice a year, but that's that. And only if I don't have access to my tarot oracle cards. I have a yes and no coin that I may use occasionally, but once or twice a year. I have a rune deck, but I don't read the runes. I used to engage with Lord Freyr from the Norse pantheon using my rune cards and a tarot deck, but right now we are not actively connected. So yeah. Next one, new releases you are excited for. Vampire's Tale Tarot by Sasha Graham and Abigail Larson is on the top of my list. I'm very excited to see all of the cards. Growing up and in my teenage years, I loved vampires and the myth of vampires, vampire media, shows, TV shows, movies, all of that I loved. So I'm very curious to see how they create the deck, what they do with the theme. I'm not sure that I'm going to buy it, but I'm very interested to see it. There's another deck by Los Carubio. It's Greek mythology based that I'm curious to see, but also I'm not sure that I'm going to buy it because it's just a Rider-Waite-Smith clone. yeah, those are the 2 days that I'm most excited for. I'm not actively looking at this point in time. Okay, so the next one is favorite channels to watch here on TarotTube. I have a few that I have written down. Once again, they are just in the order that I thought about them, not in an order that I enjoy them the most. So the first channel that is a favorite of mine is Owl Moon 513 Racine. I'm sorry, I have a hard time pronouncing her name, but her channel handle is Owl Moon 513. She is amazing. I love her aesthetics. I love her visuals. Every time she drops a new video, I am so excited to see what she has to say. I've learned a lot from her. And I have a lot of things that I disagree with her on, but still she is one of my top YouTube channels to watch. She is a great teacher and a great visual experience. She is an artist in that regard. Then we have a newer member of the community, Jack Greenwood Tarot. I remember discovering his channel and feeling the authenticity in his words, in how he presented himself and his practice. I've deeply enjoyed connecting with him through his videos. I think that he's very knowledgeable on the tarot, and he is also a great artist, and he is very inspirational to me in terms of he shared some of his personal struggles throughout the years in terms of addictions and mental health, and I found his story very inspirational, and I could relate to some parts of it myself. So I really enjoy his channel, and I hope his channel grows a lot in the future. And by the way, I really enjoyed his response to this hashtag. Actually, this is how I found this hashtag, and I wanted to take a moment and say thank you, Jack, for mentioning my channels in your response as well. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Next one, we have Kaluna V. I'm not sure if I pronounced that right. She's very calm, very peaceful, and I really enjoy sitting down with a cup of tea and listening to her. Then we have a channel, J. Cuneo. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right. By the way, all of those channels, I'll tag them in the description box so that you can go and check them out for yourself, because my pronunciation is horrendous. The same reason as the previous one, I really enjoy listening to her rambles, her explorations. I think that she is a Hecatean devotee, and yeah, overall very pleasant experience. Then we have Mary Grace Farun. I love Mary Grace. She is very knowledgeable. She is very authentic. I've learned a lot from her, and I relate to her experience with tarot collecting to an extent. She, even though we don't know each other personally, we never chatted, but I feel like she is the older sister that I never had, and a person that if we met face to face will be able to speak to me about those deeper spiritual connections. And I truly enjoy her energy, how she shares her experiences and opinions. And yeah, I really enjoy her channel. Then we have Mixtress Ray. She doesn't create a lot of content and videos lately, but I really enjoy spending time watching her channel, her older videos. I'm always curious to hear what she has to say. So, and I love her aesthetic as well. Then we have Nikki T. I've recently discovered her channel. She is very bubbly and very enjoyable, and she brings me a positive vibe, so I truly appreciate that. Then we have Psychopump of the Void. Psychopump of the Void is a very interesting channel. She is a very interesting character and person. And she goes very deep with her explorations. She speaks a lot about, she mixes a lot of psychology with her tarot spreads, and I enjoy that. And I always find it interesting and intriguing to see a video from hers popping on my page. And yeah, I enjoy watching her. Then we have Rose Honey Ritual. She is, I watch her videos when I'm overwhelmed and when I need distraction. She always shares those tarot decks that are very funky and weird, and she has this energy that just distracts me, brings me positive vibes, and in a weird way grounds me. So yeah. And I also enjoy the way she expresses herself, how she rambles, and the whole feeling of the videos that she puts out there. I really enjoy that. Okay, so the next one is the Three Whispers Oracle, and the handle of this channel is Walk Slowly, Listen Softly. Her name is Meg, I believe. Those videos are the most relaxing, the most enjoyable things that I have found on the internet. She creates videos where she goes out in nature, walking in nature with her dog. She shares her environment. She shares her authors and her spiritual explorations. And her videos are always deep, always personal, and I always learn something from them. So, favorite channel of mine. Next we have Sylvain's Deadly Sins. I simply enjoy Sylvain. I love her, excuse me. I love his last video that he discussed what it means to be an ally. Sylvain is a gay man. I love his authenticity. I love that he is able to express himself in such calm and respectful manner, even when he doesn't agree with somebody. I love how collected he is, and in terms of tarot, I love and really enjoy his insights. He used to have a lot more content on his channel, and I remember his older stuff. They taught me some things, they showed me different perspectives, and they always made me think about different topics, and I truly appreciate that. So yeah, I think that those are all of the channels that I wanted to mention. I love each and every one of them for different reasons. I have a lot of other channels that I truly enjoy watching, but I think that if I listed all of them here, this video will be, I don't know, a lot longer than it is. Okay, let's move forward. Great tarot book. Great tarot book that I would recommend. Okay. So, Library of Esoterica, the tarot volume. I have all of their volumes. This book is a great visual study of the tarot. I use it to compare images from different decks. The essays included are great. But yeah, I use this as a study material to contemplate on different I cannot speak today, guys. To contemplate on the different tarot artwork and to compare different decks. The illustrations here are amazing, and yeah, I think that this is a must-have for any tarot student, tarot collector. It's great, but it's a visual. The value of this book is the visual experience for the most part. Then I have another book that I want to recommend. Okay, this is harder than I thought. Is this one. It's another very fancy book. It's Tarot and Divination Cards, a visual archive. And this book is once again a comparative study, but this covers the history of tarot better and the older decks. So those two books are very interesting to have and to read and to dip in and out of if you are passionate about the tarot. So yeah, in terms of standard tarot books, I don't think I want to go into recommending those because we all know the classics. And to be quite honest, those days I don't read a lot of tarot books because I much more prefer to explore my experiential meanings of the cards and my personal experiences with them. And I enjoy contemplating the cards, what they mean, how they apply in my day-to-day life, rather than reading other people's interpretations about the cards. Now, don't get me wrong. There was a period in time that I was reading tarot books like crazy, and I learned so much from them. But I think that there is a point that you need to step away from constantly reading what other people say about the cards and form your own experiences and opinions, if you will. Okay, so next one is pull a card from a deck you haven't used in a while. Okay, let's use the Tarot Oscuro because it's right next to me. All of the decks on my bookshelf I keep for artistic purposes and reasons. I no longer read with any of them. As you can see, I have the Buffy Tarot, the Delete Tarot, and I have a bunch of Tarot de Marseille decks higher up. But yeah, I have some decks in my collection that I never want to part ways with, that are very close to my heart and that I appreciate for their artistic value, for their history, etc. So Tarot Oscuro is special to me, first because of the artwork. It's very weird, very out there. And second of all, this deck I have connected to a period of time in my life where I was struggling with alcohol, with a lot of mental health issues. And this deck, the art in this deck, captures that emotional turmoil and my emotional world perfectly throughout that period of time. So for that reason, this deck is never going to leave my house and my collection, because it is a reminder that I was deep in my own shit, but I'm on the other side. And this deck reminds me that I can survive everything because of that. So yeah, let's pull a card. Okay, so what intention are we going to set? Okay, let's pull a card as advice for the collective today. Okay, advice for the collective today. Okay. Knight of Pentacles. Moving slowly and steady forward, not giving up on yourself and the life that you want to live, appreciating the slow pace, not rushing things, and seeing that things come to us in divine timing, but only if we are, and we can achieve everything that we put our minds to, but only if we go slow and steady and we are persistent in our pursuits. So this is the advice that this deck has for you guys. And this is a great segue to our last prompt, that is goals for your channel for the till the end of 2026. I am thinking that I'm not great at goal setting, because typically I like to do things as I feel them, as they come to me. But I want to be as persistent as I was up to this point. I want to be consistent in my uploads, in the video schedule, both for this channel and for the Liminal Oracle. I want to keep it up. Also, I want, as a goal for this channel, persistent and stable growth in terms of subscribers. Another goal is to meet new people and friends in here, in this TarotTube community, and discover new faces. Maybe do some vlog type videos. I'm not quite sure about that. I want to continue sharing my experiences authentically and without a filter. Another goal of mine is to stop following people that use AI. That's a big no-no for me, and for the most part I am very good at discerning that. Another goal for the channel. I want to do more spiritual content, not so much tarot related, although tarot is a big part of my spirituality. But I'm thinking of doing a series, beginners how-to type of series. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking about in terms of goals for the channel. Yeah, that's that. And with that, this hashtag is completed. I think I answered all of the prompts. Thank you so much for being here, for listening to my rambles, and for spending this half an hour with me. I appreciate each and every one of you. And yeah, once again, thank you so much. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.